What's up, everybody? So I'm reading, or I was reading this at some point. It's the Atrahasis Deciphered. It's an ancient flood story. Atrahasis, which literally means wise one or exceedingly wise, was the king of Shupurok before the time of the flood, and it was said he walked with the gods. So this is a very ancient thing. But that being said, something caught my eye. I'm talking about the floods, right? I'm going to read you this paragraph from this deciphering book from Stephen Q. He didn't put his last name. Did the whole world really succumb to a deluge that covered the highest peaks of the highest mountains as told in Genesis? Keep in mind that the Mount Everest summit is slightly less than 9 kilometers above sea level. For the peak of this mountain to be covered with water, you need a phenomenal amount of rain. But how much? It is estimated that the amount of water in the oceans, seas, glaciers, lakes, and rivers around the world is slightly less than 1.5 billion cubic kilometers. A mile is 1.6 kilometers, by the way. It has to do with the metric system, which we don't like. If all the mountains were to be covered, the global water level would need to rise enough to cover Mount Everest, a 9-kilometer rise. For this to happen, it is estimated that an additional 5 billion cubic kilometers of water, or at least, would be needed. So if Noah's story is to be correct, where did all this extra water come from? If that could be answered, the next question would be, if it took 40 days to drain the abundance of water, where did it all go? Another question is, how did all the animals get to the ark in time? And then he gets into that, basically. But I wanted to share with you guys just the idea of about 1.5 billion cubic kilometers is the total water. The additional water would have to be 3.5 times that. So I just wanted to share with you. It's a very interesting book. The Atrahasis is interesting. This was a deciphering that I read about it. It's a shortened version of it. I have the actual Atrahasis somewhere. But I wanted to share this. Just so you know, the Atrahasis Deciphered. The Atrahasis epic is one of the oldest creation and flood narratives, originally written in ancient cuneiform text and told over 3 tablets. This book takes the commonalities between the most well-known translations and presents them in story form, as opposed to the verse format that they were originally translated into. The epic is offered as an easy-to-read representation of both the ancient creation and the flood stories, synonymous with the Genesis accounts. For further understanding of the epic, the story is segmented into easily digestible sections with the addition of the author's explanations, comments, and observations, expressed in the detailed footnotes. Just wanted to share with you that thing about the flood. And an intro to the Atrahasis if you guys haven't heard about it.